In this video, we're going to talk about the interior plane project Odessa. It's a new model for this year. For everyone that's bitched that they didn't have a wide board but wanted an interior plane project, this is the answer to that. It harkens more towards a Hanali than less like a Haro. It does have traditional camber. It is a board you can ride all over the mountain. This board features traditional camber. From contact point to contact point, there's that arc of camber. You load it up, you get snap. It's a little more hooky than some of the other camber profiles out there. But if you're looking at this and don't know what traditional camber is, educate yourself, because everyone should learn how to ride traditional camber, whether they like riding one of the other camber profiles out there or not. This board is available in regular widths, 151, 153, in the wide, 155, 157, 159. This is the stiffest board they make. It's just a hair past the middle of the road spectrum, and what you're going to notice is the sweet spot isn't the biggest, and that's where the most flex is out in the tips, and then it just stiffens up from there. There's a mild amount of torsional flex, but not a lot. Overall, this is a super stable board. You can plow through chunder and crap like no other. You don't have to worry about chatter with this board, ever. It's just that stable. You're going to have to aggressively load this board to get snap out of it, but when you do, holy fuck, this thing is gonna pop. There is a sweet spot in the tip and the tail that is right where you want to engage the flex point on this board with loading up the camber. When you do, prepare to boost. Now, for jumps, this thing handles any size jumps perfectly. It's stiff enough for it, it's got the snap for it, you don't have to worry about it. This is an aggressive jumping board. Speed is the key with this board when you're jibbing and pressing with it. If you want to butter with it, you want to make sure that you know how to lock it into the sweet spot and get it to really engage and drive the board. It's one of those decks that it's not going to be the easiest. That traditional camber is going to fight you. You're going to just have to work hard for it. And that carries over to how this board's going to jib. When you're out there and you're really trying to jib with it, speed is going to be the key. It's just how it is. It will hug a rail when you get sideways, but overall, it's not crazy flexy. This board's more designed for jumping, in my opinion, than jibbing. It's designed for big guys with big feet. While this board is a little wider, you'd think that it would be sluggish edge to edge. It's not. It's actually fairly average on that. It drives from toe to heel, no problem. The only issue I noticed with this board was driving deep hard carves. It takes a lot more effort than you would think, and that's due in part to being traditional camber and having a stiffer flex. It's one of those boards, you gotta work at it to drive it the way you want, but when you do, you get a board that you can slingshot out of carves with. I would definitely recommend this board for the bigger footed rider that wants traditional camber and is aggressive. Just those bigger, heavier guys that really want traditional camber in a twin. This is for them. This is for everyone that complains that there is no traditional camber boards out there that are wider. Here you go. Here's one for you from a great company that makes a great product. There weren't any wide boards from them. So now, all you big-footed riders, here you go. So without further ado, here's some boards that are comparable to the new interior plane project Odessa. The LibTech T-Rice Pro Blunt. This is Travis's park board, not the stabby tip freeride board. Can't stress that enough. The Dinosaurs Will Die Geeves. The Jones Ultra Mountain Twin. The Capita DOA. The GNU Rider's Choice. The Endeavor KTV. Alright, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get, and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.